I had to prepare myself mentally and spiritually for this one. I've reviewed a good bit episodes from Kitchen Nightmares and Hotel Hell, so I've gotten used to seeing some truly unhinged people. I still can't believe that I shared this space in reality with them, but I've kind of gotten used to it. But this one threw me for a loop, mainly because of the owner, and it just kind of disturbed my soul in a way. The owner in this episode, Abby, was just getting off some weird energy, especially when she met Gordon for the first time.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, mark the food, what would you say? Where are we?
It's a 10.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm starving because the room service next door was shocking.
Wait a minute. The room service next door was shocking? What do you mean it was shocking?
There's a little hotel next door, a little boutique hotel.
We do the room service for that hotel. What was the problem?
Honestly?
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Why? What did you have?
This pissy, grainy soup that was stone cold. Hold on, it gets worse. Crab cakes that were stone cold in the center. It was just like this ball of mush. Disgusting.
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 That's impossible. That's impossible if a crab cake is stone cold.
You're telling me I'm exaggerating?
I think you're one of those customers that I would fire immediately. Yeah.
You fire customers?
I have.
Okay.
Like, just look at the way that she's acting, and you can see in her face that she really wants to say something but was holding herself back. Really, this is tame for what we're about to witness in the rest of this episode. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing very well today. I hope y'all have been staying safe with all the crazy weather things that's been going on. Honestly, I am ready for whatever this is to end. I've been living in Georgia for almost 20 years and I've somewhat gotten used to the weather, but it's just crazy how one day it is in the teens and then it's like cool 60s right now. It's so weird to me, but I hope y'all have been staying safe during this time. I'd say that I'm ready to get over winter and I'm excited for spring, but then there's pollen, but at least I'll be more tolerable. Anyway, Kitchen Nightmares. DownCity was opened by Abby and her best friend Rico. Rico said that he wanted to open a restaurant because he realized how much money he was giving to other restaurants in the area and thought he should get in on that action. While Abby does have 30 plus years in the restaurant industry, she fails to realize that she is part of the problem as to why this restaurant is currently failing.
I think it's a beautiful restaurant. I think our menu is creative and the food is good. I don't know what's wrong.
There's no consistency. It's just like mushy.
If people are complaining about the food, maybe there's something wrong with the food.
It is impossible for the fries to be ice cold.
Maybe just Abby saying it's great does not make it great.
That's how the plate is prepared. Do you not like it? No?
Abby has her blindfolds on because she doesn't want to admit that she's part of the problem.
Just give him, no, let me do it.
Abby acts like
Whatever, don't argue.
Cruella DeVille.
I just want an answer when I call something out. Is this like really happening? I'm not yelling, I'm talking. They think that this is a democracy and it's not. If you cannot follow my rules, then get the out. As long as you work for me, you do it my way, enough said.
It's basically Abby's way of the highway, and it's definitely why your restaurant's failing.
Welcome to my nightmare.
I don't see how someone has been repeatedly told what the problem is and they just go, no, it has to be something else. Hey boss, the food is the problem. Oh, I see what you're saying. We need to change the feng shui of this place. How did we get here? Please use the brain that God gave you.
Turn this on. Turn it on!
If you couldn't tell, Abby is very stubborn, so Gordon's going to have a hell of a time trying to get her to listen to his suggestions. When Gordon arrives, they discuss the piss poor room service that he received in the clip that I showed earlier. They also have a back and forth when Gordon lets her know that he's not here to play around because he has a bullshit detector and has sensed that she's not been fully telling the truth.
Describe the food for me.
Comfort food, middle of the road.
Middle of the road?
When was the last time somebody sent food back?
Today.
Oh, today? Oh, you did? Wow. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll look through the menu. Is this
Did I suggest something or no? You don't want my suggestion?
If you're going to talk to me honestly, fine. If you're going to start, going defensive.
I'm not going to get defensive. I'm just defending what we do here.
Now, Abby, I'm not here to argue. You asked me to come here and look at this place to help you out. Let's get one thing clear straight away. Cut the
Okay.
If you're going to sit there and start
I'm not sitting, I'm standing.
I'm going to go for your balls. Big time.
Wow.
When you just told me 5 minutes ago that the food's 10 out of 10, the room service is perfect, basically I'm going to eat and I'm going to leave, unless you start telling me the truth.
I don't know where you're coming from. I really don't know where you're coming from.
Let me eat the food.
I absolutely think you're full of
I've been here 5 minutes, and already you're in denial.
I'm not in denial. I will back up anything my kitchen does.
Fine. I'm open-minded. Can I order the food?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Go for it.
Appreciate it. Wow, what a welcoming. Yeah, welcome to Providence. Didn't know they did female cage fighters. Holy crap.
I just want to point out, I'm not being defensive, I'm just defending what we're doing. And what would you call that behavior, my beloved? I'm very curious to know what you mean. After watching this episode a few times, I actually kind of like Abby. I feel like, in a way, she's kind of different, at least competence-wise. She does need to check her attitude, but I feel like she's above average when it comes to how we've seen other owners. But her defensiveness and her need to be combative are what's going to hold her back from actually having her business succeeding in the way that she wants. It's time to try the food, which Amy said was a 10 out of 10. Why even set up you and your staff like that? I know she's the owner, so she's not going to badmouth her own restaurant, but one of your customers just said how they had to send food back. It's already not looking good for y'all, and you know Gordon's not gonna hold back with his opinions. The first of many disappointing dishes was their crispy calamari, which Gordon just straight up spat out, which is just really embarrassing for them. They tossed it in some kind of sauce that dripped down, pooling at the bottom, which just made everything soggy. I already don't care for calamaris, so Gordon's mistake was ordering it in the first place. I could have told him it was going to taste bad, sparing his taste buds. Also, Gordon said, I don't understand it. Imagine eating something so bad that it confuses you. Gordon then tried their three-way nachos, aka a party in your mouth, aka a hot mess.
A party in your mouth?
This is the party in my mouth.
Should be. Top plate, very hot.
It looks dreadful. I think I've just thrown up in my mouth. What a mess. Oh, boy.
I'm taking it. That was one party you didn't want to attend.
It wasn't a party in my mouth. It was like a funeral in my mouth.
A funeral?
Yeah.
Well, it kind of does look like something died.
What's the matter with that?
That's gross.
What?
We're not doing too good here.
I was ready to, like, choke him.
I don't know if it's the compression of the video and the quality that's making the nachos look worse than what it is, but it just looks like they threw a bunch on top of the chips and called it a day. The last dish was their award-winning meatloaf. The award-winning lets you know that is not actually that. Just because you put those words there doesn't mean it's going to enhance the food, especially with something that looks so stiff.
Wow, that's the meatloaf.
Okay. And this is the award-winning.
The award-winning meatloaf.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It doesn't move on there, does it? Ooh. Wow. That's disgusting.
What do we think?
Wow. It's not even hot.
I'm sorry.
It's sort of lukewarm, solidified chunks of crap.
That's pretty much the norm.
It must be freaking embarrassing for you to serve this.
It is embarrassing. I don't like the meatloaf here at all. We set ourselves up for disappointment when we put award-winning in front of it.
What was the problem with me?
It's disgusting.
Can you be more specific?
I didn't hear what he said. You're gonna have to ask him.
I guess some grace can be given to the cooks since they say that they don't really have much say in how they prepare the food. Because when Gordon speaks with the kitchen staff, it's explained how they cannot stray that far from Abby's instructions. Jimmy, who is supposed to be the head chef, says that it's not his menu, so he's not really able to cook things in a way that he likes. And also he can't call himself the head chef because Abby won't give him the title because she has a lacking confidence of him actually handling the kitchen. I can understand giving someone a trial to see how well they perform their job because that's just something normal that happens with jobs, but to withhold a title just because you have no confidence in your staff is just wrong. At a certain point, it just feels like you're wasting his time since you don't trust him, and if you don't trust him, you probably should just hire someone that you can. Honestly, I'm not even sure if she would be willing to give complete control of the kitchen to someone else just based on the general everything. I've never been an owner of a business, but I would assume you hire people because of their qualifications. You have a certain level of respect for them, and you believe that they're competent enough to do their job. It's not to say that each person you hire is going to be perfect without flaws, because we're going to make mistakes. And if they mess up, you're supposed to help guide them, but it seems like that's something that she doesn't even want to do.
Abby, what you're employing is a ship with no captain at the helm and the team desperate for guidance. No guidance is no standards. No standards is no consistency. So, who came up with a menu? If this is American comfort food, somebody's dreaming here.
I did. I did. I take full responsibility for the menu.
You have no cooking background, but you put the menu together. Abby, you've got to understand how frustrating this is. It's ridiculous.
I don't know what to say. Fix it. You fix it. That's why you're
Oh,
here.
come on, Abby. How can I fix it when you stand there in front of your team rating you and your restaurant and your food 10 out of 10 dreamer?
I don't think it's as bad as you say it is.
Stop being in denial.
Can you be more specific about the meatloaf? What did you not like about the meatloaf?
Oh,
Can you say something besides
just loopy.
I've been called worse than that.
Wake up and admit it.
Bring it on.
Oh, come on.
Bring it on.
What do you mean, bring it on?
To have Chef Ramsay say everything you've done, everything that you've dreamed of doing is I was blown away.
I need some fresh air.
I really don't understand just straight up denying someone else's experience just because you think it's not that bad. If someone is telling you that they did not have a good time at your establishment, I think it's worth listening to that opinion instead of going, no, I think you're wrong. La 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 la. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't.
To me, one of her biggest issues is just not listening. Like, she's listening to respond rather than listening to understand. You learn when you're listening to understand, and I don't think she wants to just understand anybody else's point of view. Yes, this is a show, and Gordon is probably going to exaggerate a little, but you're on the show for a reason, to bring improvements to your business. If you're denying every bit of criticism, then we're not going to get anywhere productive. And it's not just with Gordon, because the employee said that she doesn't like listening to them either. Along with not wanting to face facts, she just has an unwillingness to learn, and that's something that she's going to have to work on. Will she be able to do that as the episode continues? I don't know, but let's see. It's probably not the best start that the first person she consulted about what just happened was herself.
Abby has a conversation with the one person she believes is always right. Herself.
So what do I do? Like, just get out of the restaurant business? Then obviously my 33 years in the business is, like, worthless and I have no idea what the I'm doing. Okay. I think I'm gonna open up that hot dog stand down the beach.
Want some tea or something?
No. I believe from the bottom of my heart that he's wrong.
No shade, but you should not worry yourself about opening up any other kind of restaurant or business venture at the moment. How the hell are you thinking about opening up another food-related business when your current food-related business is falling off the bone? Let's be serious here for a second.
No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade.
I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with Abby, like, talking to herself, because, I mean, I talk to myself too when I need to figure some things out, but it's the fact that she was doing it out in the open in front of the employees like she wanted to get their attention.
I'm so sad. Leave me alone.
Eventually, some of the staff members come sit by her and talk, and they let Abby know that their food is not up to par. She acts all surprised and says, why haven't they said anything before? And it's because you tell them to f off for having an opinion that you don't agree with.
I really don't care what he says. He's completely full of like, seriously, our meatloaf is like what put us on the map. I mean, it's great.
I don't like the meatloaf.
You really don't?
I honestly don't.
We had it the other night together.
What didn't you like about it?
I think our food is mediocre. Like, it's not...
Mini-Me, seriously, you're telling me now you don't like it?
We eat it because we're here.
Yeah.
This is not my restaurant of choice. I will not dine here in my off time.
You're saying for what we serve, comfort food, meatloaf, pasta, steak, whatever.
It's
You're
not
saying
up
for
to
those?
par even for that.
No.
So now you're all telling me that you don't like the menu? I feel stabbed in the back, I guess. You're just hitting me with this now.
Do you know what we're up against if we even opened our mouth about the menu once? Every time we opened our mouth, oh, you don't know anything. We're all at a point now where we're just like, if this is what she wants, let's just serve it out. We'll take it out of the window and bring it to the table.
And try and make the
what are we
best
gonna
out
have
of
an
it.
opinion about now?
Oh, you're so full of
No.
so
Sit.
full
Talk to us.
No.
Without a doubt, she's in denial.
I'm noticing every time that Abby is confronted with something that she doesn't like, she tries her best to like get up and find a way out of the situation. She is literally running away from her problems. You would think a person who's so confrontational like her wouldn't do that, but I would love to know what makes her think that her problems are going to catch up with her. Maybe they're track stars. You don't know. It's just funny to see other adults handle simple feedback like that, especially because they weren't even being mean about it. It makes me wonder how she treats people in her everyday life, or even how she treats Rico. Rico already told her that the way that she acts with her staff is totally unacceptable, especially with the outburst. outbursts that she has with them and them being friends, I would think that she'd take his words, more to heart, but I'm assuming that she just plugs her ears with him too. Gordon arrives at dinner service and he sits down with Rico to get a sense of where the business is at. And this is when we learn that they are up to $1 million in debt, which is just such an absurd amount of money to owe. I don't like having to owe anything $10. So having to owe $1 million to someone else or something else is just incomprehensible to me.
What a day. Obviously, you weren't here for lunch. Just explain what you do during the day.
I work for a credit union during the day. I do their mortgages for them.
Okay, wow.
So,
finance.
Yes, finance.
And then you bought a restaurant.
And I bought a restaurant.
How's that worked out for you so far?
Oh, horribly.
If we had to close this tomorrow, what are you in for?
$1 million.
Really? Mm-hmm. This is quite serious now.
Oh, yeah.
What happens if it fails?
I could possibly lose my day job.
Really?
Because I'm in the financial field. I'm advising people on what to do with their mortgaging and financing their properties and things like that.
So you're up to there? You've got a big stake in this restaurant and a huge amount of jeopardy if it fails.
Mm-hmm. You're right. There's a line that I walk in here, a very fine line. I have a lot of at stake, but I totally let Abby run the restaurant, and maybe this is a mistake on my part.
Even though I said that Abby seems to be somewhat competent in running a business since she does have the experience, I will say that it was a mistake to have her so front-facing with people. I think as an owner, it's okay to be a little bit assertive because that's what's needed when you need a group of people to listen to you. But the constant yelling and belittling of your staff is not what makes you a boss. It does nothing but make people afraid to come to you when they need to confide in you or make suggestions about the workplace. Being the person and the reason why a workplace is toxic isn't a good look, and I don't see how she hasn't seen that yet. Also, it brings down the morale, and people work best when they're happy. If you're making them miserable, how can you expect them to give you your best when you're acting like a sucky person? Even though Rico is the other owner, he's not always there, so who are they supposed to go to if they have a complaint? Because if they do go to him, he's going to tell Abby, Abby's going to come to you, and then that's just a scenario that no one wants because you already know what her response will be. If it's the same thing with the defensiveness, combativeness, yelling, and belittling, you don't want to deal with that because it gets very tiring.
Honey, you tire me.
Moving on, Gordon wants to spend time in the kitchen during dinner service, and it is a literal mess in there. I wouldn't eat anything out of his kitchen if I were to see how disgusting the kitchen looked, because there's just a clear lack of care, and I don't want to get sick from y'all. And it's not just in the kitchen, because when Gordon goes down to their walk-in freezer, it's not looking good there either.
Have a look in there. Look at the state of what they're cooking out of. Have you any idea what's in what box, what goes where? Over here, now you've got a little bag of chicken carcasses. On this one here, you've got some raw chicken, cooked pork there. This is you with 30 years in the business. Yeah, hold on, it gets worse. I don't know what that is. Well, look at cheese or something, but what is that there? What is that? What, you lost for words? The place is a filthy mess. Look, what is that? Lamb bones? And who's organising this? You haven't got a head chef.
Jimmy is my head chef.
So we have a head chef. Before you weren't ready to confirm he was the head chef, all of a sudden we discover a mess down here. Now, he's appointed.
So why don't we just celebrate and just get out of this business?
Why don't we what?
It's like, I was talking to Rico. It has nothing to do with you.
Okay, this is like the second time she's brought up just giving up on a business so easily, and I'm convinced that she doesn't actually want to own this business. I really hope that Abby and Rico did not buy a restaurant thinking that it was going to be something that was going to give them easy passive income and they didn't have to put in much effort. There's a reason that restaurants are consistently listed as being one of the most difficult businesses to run. You have to keep up with maintenance, buy and replace kitchen equipment. You have to have enough money to pay your staff and make sure that you have the knowledge and time to train them on their positions. And you have to have enough money to pay off fees and the lease to make sure that your business keeps operating. Maybe I'm having a wrong read with them, but it's just very crazy to me how there's so many people out there who think that getting into the restaurant industry is something that's so simple to get in and out of. And after Abby made that comment, Gordon's like, what am I here for? This is when we get a huge blow up between the two of them. And I've seen Gordon yell at so many people, but I think this is one of the times I've seen him be super heated.
Excuse me, what do you think I'm doing? I mean, I'm trying...
You're being This wasn't like this.
Hold on
It wasn't like this. I don't run a kitchen like this.
Hold on a minute. You're calling me a...
I am.
You stuck-up, precious little b****. Let me tell you something.
Oh boy, here we go.
Listen to me.
I'm not gonna listen to you.
You're in denial.
I'm not in denial.
Yes, you are.
I am not in
Yes,
denial.
you are. And you can't even accept it. There, you'll walk out again.
I am. You.
There you go. Flip the bird. That's your attitude and that's your partner. I'm really sorry, but this wasn't like this before I got here. She's deluded, that woman.
You aren't insane. You are like...
Yeah, blame me all you want. Easy excuse, isn't it? You're insane.
I'm insane. You're insane.
You can't even admit
You're
the truth.
insane. That refrigerator was not like that before you got here.
You're in denial. Flip out again.
I would never allow that refrigerator to
And
look
those
like that.
bones, the mouldy lamb bones.
I don't even talk to
Perfect.
my staff like this.
You're
Why don't you get the
perfect.
out of my restaurant?
Want me to go?
I would love you to go.
I will go.
Get the out of my
I will
restaurant,
go.
please.
You are so in
Okay.
denial.
Okay.
You need therapy.
You're a disgrace to this industry. You would get out of my restaurant. Are you still here?
Not now, guys. Please. Please, please.
I don't think I've ever heard Gordon call a woman a B word. I feel like Gordon forgot where he was and had an out-of-body experience just because the moment was so crazy. It like took me by surprise because I'm like, I don't call a woman by that name, so I'm surprised that you did. I mean, I don't use that word with women because of my mom, and I'm gonna share a little story. But I was in middle school and I remember being in the gym at the time, and there was this girl who was sitting behind me and my friend, and she was kind of being rude for no reason. I don't even think my friend and I were doing something that could have been bothering her. And she like squirted, I think it was water or pickle juice on us. I'm sorry if I am getting that story wrong. Middle school is damn near 15 years ago for me. So 12 or 13-year-old me thought it was okay to say that word because I didn't know my words actually carried weight. But I remember coming home and I told my mom about what happened that day. And she was like, okay, yeah, she shouldn't have done that, but you also shouldn't have called her that word because when you call her that word, you're basically calling every woman in your life that. And I was like, oh. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't do that because I don't see all y'all as that. So because of my mom growing up and learning that I really shouldn't use that word, I just refrained from calling women that word. I'll call a man that though, or I'll use it in like an expressive way if something takes me off guard. Maybe that word shouldn't be in my vocabulary at all, especially because there are other creative terms to use if I truly want to insult someone. But I just said that to say that I was really taken aback because I was not expecting Gordon to do that. I think what really set him off is the fact that she called him an asshole. But still though, he shouldn't have said that. Abby has been insufferable up to this point, so I understand getting frustrated with her because it just seems like she's not really taking in what's being said. And she feels the need to deny or have a rebuttal for everything, even when she's in the wrong. I don't know how Rico has been dealing with her, and after seeing what just happened, I would have pulled her to the side and been like, are you okay? Have you lost your entire mind?
Give me just half a second. What the fuck?
Rico is the one who reached out to the show seeking help, and I would have told her that I feel like she's intentionally f***ing things up. I get being stubborn because I can be that way too sometimes, but I know when to set my black ass down and listen because I don't know everything. As long as you're not saying something that's completely out of this realm of reality, I'll at least listen to you before deciding whether or not I want to retain what you just told me. After that big blow up, Gordon had to go walk it off, and it gave him and Abby some time to cool down from what just happened. And when he returns to the restaurant, it seems like everyone was able to unclench a little bit, and they're looking to start fresh the next day.
Okay, let's agree on something. Today's been a day. Yeah?
Absolutely.
I'm not here to rub your face in it. Let's get that right.
Okay.
But Abby, you know, I've had failure in my life. But one thing I'm not in is denial. And when I do make a mistake, I admit it.
I understand.
So tomorrow we need to start being honest and open so I can start rebuilding. I can't rebuild on BS.
I agree. I want you to be here. I want you to help me get this restaurant to where I need it to be.
Where we know it can be.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we start again. Get some rest.
The next day is an exercise in listening for Abby as Gordon starts with a staff meeting where people can voice their opinions without fear of being retaliated against or fired. He had everyone write down anonymous questions on a piece of paper so they can be read aloud, and this exercise is pretty productive.
Thank you very much. Okay, good. Here's the first one. Wow. Abby, wine is the menu. It's so huge.
We, just, to give the customer more choices.
But the amount of dishes is absurd. And the more dishes, the lower the standard. Abby and Jimmy, the quality of the food needs to improve. How can we fix it? Good question.
And it all comes down to menu size. With as many items that there are, if you prep 50 items just for dinner alone, and then the dessert menu, if you can't prep enough stuff, it's like you just can't do it.
Who's putting all those dishes on there?
Abby, yeah.
Abby.
When I put this menu together, I just expected my staff to just do this menu.
My issue with her statement is, sure, when you hire people, you hire them expecting them to be able to do their jobs effectively. But when they have made comments expressing how difficult it has been for them to do their jobs, that shouldn't be disregarded. Someone could be amazing at their job, and if difficulties arise, they may just decide, okay, I'm gonna roll with the punches even though it's hard. But when you directly affect the workload that they have and they have told you that it's not working for them, you should go, okay, what can I do to help them succeed in a way that I know that they can? You have to help your staff succeed because they're going to help you succeed as well, and then everybody's happy. And this is answered in the next question, but Abby has been taking the criticism a little bit too personally, and that's one of the reasons why things have not been able to change for the better.
Abby, why do you not allow anyone to express their opinions without it being seen as a personal attack to you?
Since I bought this restaurant, I became a defensive. I question and I get upset at the fact that you're questioning what I'm doing.
That's paranoia.
We do care about this restaurant. You are our friend, so we want to see you succeed, and the answer I've gotten from you in the past is, that's not true.
We're just here for money, or we're just here because we can't get other jobs and stuff. And it's hurtful because when you invest so much time and we would do anything for you.
And I completely realized we've just got to talk more instead of me yelling and screaming. It can't just be my show. It's not the Abby show. It's the DownCity show.
Are you ready to embrace change?
Yeah, absolutely.
Major change.
Absolutely.
I think this experience is making Abby realize that she has to relinquish control. And I think she's going to do it because I think Abby turning around is definitely paramount for this restaurant to survive.
I've talked about receiving criticism before, and I used to be really afraid of receiving it because I would think it was a personal attack on me. I don't know why, but I think I was perceiving it as an attack on me for conceiving a thought in the first place. It wasn't until I got to college that I realized that I've been having the wrong view of what criticism is, and even more so when I started doing this. Unless someone is making it personal and trying to insult you, I think it's okay to just try to listen to what's being told. Because 9 times out of 10, it's going to help you not make certain mistakes again and or enhance whatever you're doing. Saying that, beware of those who are just using criticism to be mean. Because there are those out there who would just say, well, I'm just being honest. And it's like, yeah, but you don't have to be mean about it. There's a certain way to say things. Hey, I'm just being blunt. No, you're being showing your charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and
talent.
Back to the show, Gordon added a special to the menu and he wanted to see how well they can run tonight. Things were moving smoothly, but somehow Jimmy got confused, which just caused a lot of orders to be backed up and it kept the customers waiting.
Tonight's smaller menu is having an immediate impact.
Wipe the plates, please.
Better prepared appetizers are quickly leaving the kitchen.
That's 37, that's up.
These appetizers are going to 39. Can you help her run?
And when you combine that with a calm and under control Abby at the helm,
Can you run this to next table, please?
DownCity's dinner service is off to a good start.
chicken is very delicious.
Oh yeah.
Order fire, calamari, another frisee salad, no eggs.
Jimmy, we've got to bang all these entrees out.
I know.
Here, you're on apps. You're on table 28.
Now I'm confused on where we are for apps.
You need table 28.
I don't even have a 36 up here. What are you talking about?
I didn't say
wait.
36.
1, 2, 3.
Come on, guys, there's nothing coming out.
Jimmy was supposed to be the leader in the kitchen, calling out tickets.
Do me a favor, get to it. Oh, you're doing something?
And they just started crossing paths. No one seemed to know what the hell they were doing back there.
Well, we've been here since 6:30, and it's already 25 of them. We still don't have our entree.
I know. I'm going to go check on your entrees
This is
right
not
now.
good.
I've got people that had put their orders in an hour and 15, hour and a half, some of them. Where the was that food?
I don't know what caused them to start moving slowly because they were doing just fine. I'm assuming that maybe it was the pressure to perform well and it got to their heads, and that's maybe what caused them to start acting like that. Abby was getting a little frustrated because they had scaled back the menu just so that they wouldn't have to deal with making all those extra dishes, and it was just really frustrating to see them slow down like that. With the scale back menu, Abby was saying how he basically has no excuse now because they actually did alleviate some of the workload, and I kind of agree. Some customers did leave without getting their order, but the kitchen was able to get it together by the end of the night, and they let out the last few dishes. Because of how dinner service ended up being what it was, Abby and Rico weren't sure about how they were going to change things around because just having this little small trial period ended in a disaster.
And that's everything. Start cleaning up.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, thank you.
Now, an unusually calm Abby
Jimmy,
Come out here.
listen to me.
is about to let loose.
What I saw tonight was the worst show I've ever seen. Ever seen.
No, I know. It did not go smoothly, but they
Smoothly?
Jimmy, we were an hour in before more than 2 dinners went out. An hour into service.
I'm almost accepting that none of us know what the we're doing and we can't get to the next step. I'm actually considering that. After tonight, I don't know if I have the staff to get it back.
When all three of them are in front of Gordon to discuss what happened, Abby tells him that this is something that usually happens when the kitchen crew gets a lot of orders. Whenever they get a good amount of tickets, they just seem to not know how to function anymore. I'm gonna be honest, it sounds like a bunch of people who haven't been trained to me. Obviously, I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly what happened, but I feel like there's a lack of leadership that these people desperately need, and that's why Gordon is bringing on one of his chefs to help them out. The next day is a real lunch, and the chef that Gordon brought on, James, has been helping the staff since 6 a.m. in the morning prepare their new menu with items that feel more aligned with the theme of the restaurant.
The appetizers. Come down. Now, these are appetizers, pleasing on the eye and fun. Ghost cheese truffle dip, honey spiced chicken wings, meatball sliders. Delicious.
Wow.
Now we can have a real party in our mouth, Abby.
Can't wait. This is awesome.
That's money. The new menu is beyond belief. Kind of surprised that it came out of my kitchen.
Oh my God, that is good.
Bacon wrapped meatloaf. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God, that's unbelievable. I had no idea that it could get this good.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Amazing.
I've been for years describing this restaurant as creative comfort food. I had no clue. This is creative comfort food. Oh my God, this is like my
I've never seen Abby this emotional. Like, she does have a heart in there. She does have a soul. It's amazing. There is a God.
That moment made me realize that she really does care for this place and it's something that she has her heart tied to. It made me reevaluate how I was viewing her throughout this episode because looking back, maybe the defensiveness and the yelling was a way of her being passionate. I still don't agree with the shouting and belittling of your staff because that's never the right thing to do. You know, those are the people that make up your business and they should always be treated with respect unless disrespect was given in the first place and then you can handle that properly. Moving forward, it looks like she has found confidence in her staff and is doing her best to encourage them more. During dinner service, they had a blogger there who they wanted to impress because she left a bad review the last time she was there. I have something to say about that, but I'm going to hold off on it. I don't know why this keeps happening, but Abby and Jimmy had a communication issue that led to the kitchen being backed up.
I need a chowder, a calamari, a slider.
Jimmy, did you call the calamari for table 30?
I just did.
Abby and Jimmy
Listen to me.
are having a communication breakdown.
I need 4 soups and 1 chowder up in the line, please.
That's incorrect.
Uh-oh, here we go again. A repeat of last night. The kitchen's going down. We're
Jimmy, focus on 37. Yeah? This is the golden ticket. This is it.
All right, lead ticket. I need a truffle dip.
Truffle dip takes 6 minutes, yes?
Yes, sir.
All right, get it in the oven.
Jimmy, look at me. We're falling behind. Got to work together. Come on, guys. There's nothing coming out. Please.
Let's get this food out. Give me a time on the truffle dip, please.
She's not blogging now, is she? What's she doing?
She's definitely vlogging.
She's vlogging live from the table.
We've got vloggers live from their table, guys. I need a trouble dip up on the line right now.
Urgently, please.
I was horrified. We are slipping like the night before. They're vlogging as we speak. I wanted to just scream. Come on, guys, I need some food on the line.
There's nothing hitting the window. Come on, guys.
I need to see some food up on this line. It's taking too long.
I know damn well she did not take a photo of them. I don't know how, but I missed that in my last viewings of this episode. She said, I'm about to catch y'all slipping at 4K and what y'all gonna do about it?
How about that?
The blogger had them stressed for a minute because they weren't able to get the food out to her as quickly as possible, but she did enjoy it once they did bring it to the table. And after the kitchen was able to turn things around, the other customers also were satisfied with the food they received as well.
This is a really good Caesar salad.
With Abby focused on the task at hand.
Come on, let's get loud back there.
And Jimmy in full control of his kitchen.
You guys can fire that fish and chip.
Quality entrees are quickly heading out to the dining room.
Mid-rare lamb chops, salmon, ribs, filet.
Mid-rare lamb heard. Food looks amazing. The food looks outstanding. Absolutely amazing.
It appears as though blogger Stacey Place has reached her verdict.
This looks amazing.
Yeah.
Really good. Very tender.
And she's not the only one.
Do you like that? And those chips, aren't they delicious?
A lot better than last time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How was everything?
Delicious. The
Great.
flavor was right there. Everything was great.
Great. Thank you so much for coming in, and we're going to see you again.
After dinner, Gordon told them that he is feeling very hopeful for the future of DownCity since all of them were able to do such an amazing job and adapt to the changes that are needed for the restaurant.
Last night, I said DownCity needed to make a comeback. Tonight, we did just that. Well done. Each and every one of you pulled off a great service. Customers loved the food. Abby, how do you feel, babe?
I feel beyond belief fantastic. Looking back at it now, I was so unprofessional. Get the out of my restaurant.
Want me to go?
Get the out of my
I will
restaurant,
go.
please. The new Abby is professional. I just want to continue learning. It's just made me such a better leader.
Come on then, give me a hug. You're not going to ask me, I'm going to ask you. That's right, I, Gordon Ramsay, are asking you for a hug. Come here. Huh?
Thank you so much. I absolutely love Chef Ramsay, and I'm going to miss him when he goes.
Thank you very much,
Not at all.
This restaurant is getting back on the map that it hasn't been on in a while. And I know it's only going to get better.
Without question, the biggest transformation this week is Abby, which I never expected. As Abby goes, so goes DownCity. If she can keep her cool, this restaurant's going to be a huge success. Wow, party in my mouth, please.
When the show got an update on DownCity, Chef James had continued to stay on with them. Jimmy ended up becoming the head chef, and they were able to turn things around with a significant boost in business. In one of the Kitchen Nightmares Revisited episodes, Gordon went to see how DownCity was doing, and Abby and Rico were super excited to show them how much they have changed.
Rico, how are you?
Gordon Ramsay.
Good to see you.
How are you, sir?
Good.
I know you'd be
Thank you. Are you well?
I'm excellent. How are you?
You're looking well.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, this is brilliant. The big question, how is she?
Oh, let me lead you to her.
Yeah, do I need a...
You don't need armor. You don't need anything like that. Bulletproof vest. No, you're fine.
Okay,
You're fine.
great.
You're fine. I
Here
think
we go.
she'll be happy to see you.
Okay, I'm anxious for this one. How are you? You look great.
I was so happy that he was here because I knew he was going to love the food.
Do you still hate me?
No, I never hated you.
Really?
Just get the out of my restaurant.
Want me to go?
I would love you to go.
I will go.
Get the out of my restaurant, please.
Can I stay today, or are you going to kick me out?
We'll see.
I will stay. Okay. Look at you. Excuse me.
May, who's here?
How are you? Are you well?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good to see you.
Jimmy has impressed the hell out of me with his work ethic. That kid would rather be working than doing anything.
Abby rates it at 10. How would you rate your food now from 1 to 10?
A 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10. And she's changed.
Tonight was the worst shit show I've ever seen. Ever seen.
For the better.
How's your working relationship with her? Is she giving you more leeway? Can you become the chef?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Jimmy was absolutely wonderful. And his dynamic with Abby has melded into a really nice relationship.
As mentioned, one of the biggest changes was Abby's attitude towards the staff as she has toned down her confrontational behavior with them. But she has simply just redirected her frustration and she releases it on Rico.
So, with the success of the business, has it brought you two together in terms of as a proper partnership? What's the working relationship now like? I sense a little tension between you two.
Instead of the volcano erupting on the employees, it erupts on me.
Really?
No. It sounded like what she was told on Friday, so she told me to f*** off. You know,
she told you to f*** off? Abby, there's me thinking that you're a complete change, turnaround, amazing woman, and you slip back into your old ways.
No, I didn't. We're like an old married couple.
You're in business together. You shouldn't tell him to f*** off. He's your partner.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Don't tell him to f*** off again. In fact, I'd like to apologise.
I love you, Rico. I'm sorry.
That's all I've been waiting for since Friday.
That's it.
It's very simple.
I wish you did it Friday night.
There isn't anyone I would ever do this with besides Abby. Her heart and soul are there 110% of the time.
I guess we were still working with training wheels and baby steps, but at least she apologized, and I hope that she meant it for the remainder of the time that they were open. In December of 2011, DownCity ended up closing its doors due to financial problems during the recession of that year. An article/blog titled Farewell DownCity, written by John Terra Borelli, there was a section in there that had Abby talking about how the restaurant was struggling. In an interview with our magazine this past February, Abby admitted, "We have been struggling like everyone else. We were hit with the bad economy and didn't know how to break out of the slump we were in." When the episode aired, it was abundantly clear that her leadership could be tempestuous. She didn't even want to be on the show. Her business partner, Rico, pushed for it, and she repeatedly threw Ramsay out, and the relationships within the business were often tense and tumultuous. I think 2011 is the year that DownCity makes a comeback. Abby speculated over the overhaul, and indeed, for a little while, the restaurant was once again the buzz of the city's dining scene. John also added that there were some anecdotal experiences from the regulars of the restaurant who stated that the rebrand was very confusing to them. The anecdotal evidence, however, suggested that DownCity 2.0 was not necessarily primed for comeback. Complaints started to circulate with some of the restaurant's faithful lamenting that Ramsay had ruined the place. It seems like a valid consideration. Personally, I never understood why they called in Ramsay in the first place. Sure, everyone struggled with the bad economy, but why was a restaurant that seemingly enjoyed a good reputation offering itself as a nightmare, airing its dirty laundry on national television? Were things so dire as to require such drastic intervention? No matter, the comeback never materialized, and now DownCity is gone. Maybe the team behind it was just burned out. Maybe the cult following wasn't enough to cover the costs running such a large restaurant in a prime location. Maybe even a Michelin star Ramsay couldn't break that self-proclaimed slump. I don't want to discredit what the people were thinking about what happened with DownCity because they are entitled to their opinions, but you never really know what a business is going through because it's not like the owner is going to sit down and casually talk with the customers about what's going on. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, clearly there was something wrong going on since they were up to $1 million in debt and they had people saying that the food was bad. Also, with them submitting themselves to be on the show and then being picked for the show, it is a good way to get exposure. Whether it's good or bad is totally up to them and how they decide to portray themselves on TV. But I mean, that is one of the biggest ways you can get noticed, at least back then. Because I mean, things are different with social media and how people can really amplify something so easily now. I will say that losing a place like DownCity hit the community hard since it was a safe haven for those within the LGBT community, as it was stated how they used to do drag brunches there. As far as what happened to Rico and Abby after DownCity closed, Rico still is working in the finance world and he works for a mortgage company. Abby has seemed to step away from the restaurant industry and is currently working at this business called Misfit Moms Club, which I could not find an official website for. And when I did find the website, no shade to whoever put it together, it was poorly made. And when I looked at who the employees were there, Abby was not listed, but that's listed as her employment on her LinkedIn. And I'm just working with the information I got, but I don't know. All I will say is it looks like Abby and Rico are working in fields that they really enjoy. And I'm just happy to know that. Also, how did y'all let me forget to tell y'all about the blogger? The blogger's name was Stacey Place, and she said how the show exaggerated her involvement. They're stressing how she has over 10,000 followers on her blog, so it was really important to satisfy her during her dinner service because she just has movement like that, because she has the juice, I guess. But apparently, production was just being a little creative with the truth. People assume since Gordon was reading my Twitter feed that the show was referring to me having 10,000 Twitter followers. I don't. The producers had asked me how many people had read my blog, and I replied about 250 per week. Multiplying that by 52 weeks, they rounded down to 10,000. Of course, 3,000 people have now read it just since the episode aired. Honestly, if I was Abby, Rico, or anybody who worked at DownCity at the time and I learned that information, I would have been a little bit mad. Because they're making it seem like she has all this influence and in the end is not as much. And that's not to say that having 250 people look at your blog each week is something to scoff at, because that's still a lot of people. But come on.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
All right, that is all I have for y'all today. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. And if I have earned your subscription, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss another upload from me. Something really important to announce. Happy Black History Month. Shout out to all the black people out there, all the deeply melanated people out there.
I'm blacker than black. I'm dark brown, dark skin, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige. I'm black. All colors of black, all shades of black.
And to enjoy our month in remembering our history and who we are. I have to say that, especially during these times, because people are trying to erase who we are in our history, and we're not gonna let that happen. I feel like we have to be super loud and proud about who we are, and we really just have to keep remembering our excellence and where we've been, so we know where we're going to continue on our excellence, and just be proud in being black. And don't ever let nobody question your blackness either. And if somebody ever asks you how black you are, say, I'm black enough to know what 5011 mean. If somebody ever asks you how black you are, say, I'm so black that I know what it means when someone says who all gonna be there. Because what I mean when I say who all gonna be there is Cousin Ray Ray and Tisha better not be there, because both of them still owe me $5. And if I find them and they ain't got my money, it's gonna be a problem. That's what I mean by asking that question. So I know who all gonna be there or I ain't coming. Thank you for indulging me in my little jokes that are stupid sometimes. But yeah, happy Black History Month. If you want to see more of my content covering kitchen nightmares and hotel hell, I will leave a playlist on the screen and in the description and in the pinned comment as always. Let me know your thoughts about this episode. If you enjoyed it, what you thought about the people in the episode. I always enjoy reading what y'all have to say. My next video should be out soon, so until then, take care of yourselves, do something kind for yourself. Goodbye.